Hi folks, Dennis here. Hope you're well, hope you had a great week, hope you've had a rest from seeing me. Remember last week we had Stephanie J. King. Wasn't that a wonderful meditation? I thought so. Check the full meditation out on her Facebook page, that's Stephanie J. King. The full meditation, I chopped it out of the recording and I put it onto her, well, give it to her, so it should be on her page now. So welcome to the people in the chat room. Heather Leonard is in the house, Christina Maris, Corin Delore, D Eccles, Lauren Parks, Kay Vinton and Michelle Claire Bennett. Well, welcome to you all. Welcome to tonight's show, Denis Barnes Out Front. There's going to be no conspiracy theories in the show unless they want to bring it through. I don't know what's going to happen. I never know what's going to happen when I come into the show. But what I want you to concentrate, I'd like to concentrate, is on this here. One of the greatest gifts in the world is to help others see past the illusion and recognize the divine within. So are you starting to recognize the divine you? Are you seeing past the illusion? I hope so. Oh, by the way, this music is by Robert Coxon Haig. Robert Coxon Haig has given me his permission to use all his music, but he must like the way the channeling goes. So brilliant. Yes, thank you, Christine Maris. She was wonderful. Julie Ann Ainsworth, amazing, brilliant. So basically, I tell you what, folks, let's put them on. Let's see if we need to actually put that somewhere else, don't we now? Oops, would you believe? Has my mouse gone off? I can't believe my mouse is not working. Oh, I can't believe this. Oh, there it is there. One of these days it's going to be working, isn't it? How's that? How about that there? Let's hope they all go there. Yes, it was wonderful, definitely. So, tonight's show. It's about being real. It's about being authentic. It's about recognizing you, your path, your mission upon Mother Earth at this time. It's not about, and I just mentioned this a few seconds ago, conspiracy theories and G5, unless they want to bring it in, that's different. They bring it in when we're doing a bit of channeling, even great, then I know it's not me. I know it's they want to bring it in. So that'd be wonderful. So I'm going to ask a few questions first. How was Easter for you folks? Were you okay? Did you survive? Did you get out of the house? Did you get out of lockdown, imprisonment? I hope so. I did. I'm riding my bike basically every day now. I've not rode it today because I've done 7 days on the road and I must have covered 500 miles on my bike, which is great. Keeps me really fit and healthy and slim. I must have lost 3/4 of a stone. I could tell in the face as well. Pamela Swan, hello Dennis. Hi Pamela, what's it like in your neck of the woods? Is it Tennessee? I know it's America out in the west, isn't it? Or is it New Mexico? Yes, great weather over here. Great weather. And our Prime Minister is out of intensive care. Now, There's something going wrong. Let me just see if I can get rid of this fade level a bit better. So this is me fading out, folks. There I'm out black. How about that? Is that better? I like that. What do you think? That's not nice. That's just me playing about. Let me get rid of the fade for this is quite difficult to put on your own. And always the way I'm faffing about now is giving them time to come in, giving people time to come in as well. So yeah, the weather here has been fantastic. I've been out exercising. Today was just a pleasant day. Nothing really special. Went shopping for a neighbour. Bought some stuff for the neighbour, and she's looked in on me. So kind of looking on her, make sure they're okay, make sure everybody's okay, and then doing my own stuff. I went for a walk down the canal. Didn't go for a bike ride, just went for a walk. And I was looking at all the plants, all the daffodils, and it reminded me of the daffodil of mankind and the channeling we did a fortnight ago. So I'm hoping that the powers that be would like to bring the consciousness of one back and being able to then bring through a channeling. But tonight's show, it is about you recognizing who you are and what you're all about. For when you recognize who you are and you see through what is the picture here, you see past the illusion. The illusion is we've no power. The illusion is we've never had any power. And the illusion is we don't really trust ourselves. We don't believe ourselves. Well, let me tell you folks, that is just an illusion. The illusion is we're not perfect. We're not powerful. Because we've been told this so many times by our loved ones, our ancestors, our relatives, people that don't like us, our bosses, our ex-partners or partners. We've been told that there's something wrong with us and we should wake up and smell the coffee, or we can't do what we want to do, what we feel we can do. This world it's a playground. And people think they can control the playground. You've got all these people fighting for different parts, fighting for themselves, fighting for world authority. You've got the World Health Organization trying to push through vaccines, trying to get the whole human race vaccinated. You've got to ask yourself why. But then do you ask yourself, why are you asking yourself why? Ask yourself, why are you asking yourself, why am I paying notice to this? Why am I giving it homage, giving it my attention? Why? Because we're here and we've been told that we have to fall in line. We have to toe the line. We have to do as I'm told. But isn't it about us as spiritual beings in the physical body, that we came from somewhere? You all come from different planets. You've not come from the same planet. Some of you will have come from the same planet, but what I'm trying to say, we're not all from the same planet. We are starseeds and we have originated somewhere else. But let's leave that for another time, unless they want to bring that to me tonight. So we're here on Mother Earth having this experience of soul realization. In that soul realization, we forgot to understand that we are a seed. And we are a beautiful flower, call it a daffodil. We are this gorgeous daffodil with a colour of yellow, which is love, which is brightness, which is serenity. It's daylight. It's the start of something new. It's Easter here. And this is where daffodils come out in our country around the Easter time. So do you not think that we should be thinking of us here as spiritual beings, and rather than giving our power away to that little black box in the corner that tells us lies, that manipulates us? Go back, go back, go back, go back, keep going back to when you was a kid and used to sit in front of the TV. Your parents used to pluck you up, put you in the front of the TV so you could be quiet. Then they could get on with their job, housework or something, or going to work, or doing work from home. So you were captured by the TV, you were captivated by it. What's going on here? But isn't it a brainwashing tool? Disney were brainwashing us, the cartoons were brainwashing us. There was always somebody being killed, somebody being manipulated, somebody being tore apart by animals. Isn't it funny that every Disney thing of trying to get your emotional in place always starts with the loss of a family member, and that tiger cub or that giraffe or whatever, polar bear, has got to then start their journey with a parent less, and it's about the trials and tribulations. Why do they always start with something of a loss, something we have feared? Isn't it about, at that stage, putting fear into our children, into us? I used to hate it when Popeye used to get beaten up by this big guy called Bluto, Popeye the Sailor Man. He was a right skinny weed, but he was getting beaten up. But then he always found this can of spinach and gulped it down and grew muscles, then beat the other guy up. It's all about war. It's all about beating this person up, beating that person up, being the best you can, putting other people down, standing on their dreams, their aspirations. Even from a young age, we were given this propaganda that we had to watch TV. Then we get politics coming into it. As we become older, we have politics coming into it. And our politicians tell lies just to get us our vote. And not all politicians answer the question correctly. They sidestep. They're like a slithery, smelly eel. They're like they sidestep, and the good politicians get assassinated, or they get done away with. What's it all about? It's about control. Think about this and put your questions in there. If I'm wrong or right, give me your point of view. If you like to ring up on Skype, you know what to do. Find Denis Barnes on Skype, send me a contact, I'll bring you on and we can have a talk. So tonight it's, how much control do you wish to take back into your life? And how fast do you want to take it back? Do you want to take that back, that much, or do you want to take that much back? It's up to you. Me, I want to take it all back. And it's taken me a long time to realise that we are being poisoned, systematically being poisoned. By what we think, no, by what we hear on the TV, on the radio, what we see on the TV, and what we hear from people outside who've fallen into the trap of not believing themselves. So it's my job, and the job of my team, the Council of 12 Ascended Masters, and those that work with the Ascended Masters, and hopefully the collective consciousness of one, and the human daffodil of mankind. I love that name. The human daffodil of mankind. Love it. So it's your job, my job, their job, to inspire yourself first and foremost, and then to inspire other people to see past the illusion. To see past the illusion. Let me tell you what the illusion is. Here, behind me, I've got a green screen. I have got a green screen. I'm going to show you now the illusion of it all. Allow me to do this. There's the green screen. What's it gone? Where's the picture gone? Where's the nice contour gone? Where's it all gone? It's all about conning you to believe their story. That's what it's all about. However, I do this so you can have a better understanding of me, the counsel, and other people that come through. And we've all got to stay in a receptive mode of understanding that there's something greater than this life. There's something more brilliant, more unbelievable, more dynamic, more dimensional, a different form of thinking, eating, believing, and just being when we leave this planet. When we leave this planet, ladies and gentlemen. A couple of years ago, I was at a spiritual church and I was a bit naffed off in life at that time. So I sat at the back of the spiritual church and I'm watching the medium do his talk. And at the bottom of the medium, on the floor, the medium was on a rostrum about 4 foot high. But on the floor, next to him, materialised a being. It just materialised, it built up. It was nothing, and then it's just started, the shape started to form. And this spiritual being stood in front of me and said, only I can see him. So I tested this. I turned around to the person sat next to me. I said, can you see that being? And they looked at me like I'd gone cuckoo. So I turned around to this person, can you see that being? And they looked at me like I'd gone cuckoo again. So I looked at this being again. It was a magnificent being. It was a spiritual being. And he telepathically said, only you can see me, Dennis. So I said, why? He said, because you're on the right wavelength. It's all about your wavelength. It's all about how you transmit and how you receive, how you tune yourself in to that different dimension. You've tuned yourself into a spiritual dimension. They've tuned themselves into a physical dimension. That's why they cannot see me. You can see me. You walk in both worlds. You're a two-world walker. Always remember this when you get fed up with life, that there's something greater awaiting you when you pass over. Now that's just not awaiting me, ladies and gentlemen, it's awaiting you as well. It's something far greater, better than this illusion that we've got on Mother Earth at the moment. With all what's going on, with the coronas, with the 5G, with the conspiracy theories. Here, there's a morning TV show and one of the presenters has actually stood up for the conspiracy about 5G and the coronavirus, and they took him to task. You've got one main broadcaster who stood up, he's well respected, and he said the media should not be slamming this down. It should be looked into. Now, remember, the media is being paid by the people who are very persistent in getting their message across and have been persistent in having their own way for many years. Remember, there are people who work behind the governments who you never see. They are the dark people. They are the ones who, you've got to have a shadow, you've got to have light, right? Here, you've got black and you've got blue there. So you've got two things that are corresponding, that are out of sorts with each other. But once you see the black, the dark, you can appreciate the light. And once you're in the light and you see the dark, you think, I don't want to be that way. So there's always got to be a shadow side of life to make sure that you try your brightest, your best to move forward in life. So it's your job to look at things first and foremost and ask questions. What does it mean to you? Are you paying too much attention to it? Is it upsetting you? Does it make you worry about your future? If it does, may I say, then don't tune into it. Turn everything off. Don't turn the volume down because it's still vibrating in the background. Turn it off so there's no vibrational echo, resonance coming through the airwaves. Turn it off. Put something on that you like, some nice music, read a book, have a candle and meditate. For when you meditate, you expel all negativity, all the darkness. Have a cold shower, then meditate. So it's about recognizing who you are on this journey. This is one of countless journeys that you've had before, and you have countless journeys again. I laugh when people say, this is my last reincarnation. I say, well, I hope it's not my last, because I learned so much in this life. I've learned so much, and I really want to keep learning. But when I look at it, I've not learned anything hardly. I listen, I watch, I understand. I try to put things into practice, try to be the best person I can. Sometimes I fall flat on my face, and sometimes I excel. But I've always got a word for somebody, a smile, hello. And I've noticed today when I'm out walking, I never let anybody pass me without saying hello to them. Good afternoon, topping my hat, if I had a hat on. Never let somebody pass me unless they turned away on purpose. Always saying hello. Try to break the ice. Try to invite them with a conversation just so I can see where they are. So I can offer my love in a spoken word. I can offer my friendliness in one word. Hi. Or two. Good evening. And it's amazing. Some people want to talk and some people just ignore you. Well, okay, fine, that's where they are. But you, I, me, cannot stop saying hello to people and wanting to be nice to them because it's in me. And I'm sure it's within you. Now, as this picture, one of the greatest gifts in the world is to help others see past the illusion and recognise their divine within. It is divine to be nice to people. It's also divine to be beautiful to yourself, to realise who you are, where you come from, where you're going, and where you are at this moment in time. For if you can realise where you are at this moment in time, and you can see, you take a 360 look, and you can see what's happening, you might want to change a few things, and you might want to congratulate yourself at the same time. So it's actually living in the now moment and being aware of that. And in this now moment, everything is acceptable to you as a spiritual being. Remember, you're not in this physical body for permanent. You're not. You're visiting. And soon the physical body will wear age. It will die, probably get cancer ridden or probably whatever, have an accident or whatever. But your soul knows when it's time for you to off the planet. So relax. Do what the old-fashioned TV says, smell the coffee. But see through the illusion. See through the illusion of Netflix, Amazon, Now TV. Unless it's a love story. But see through the illusion of people killing each other, coming together. It's all about control. But it's not like that up there. It's totally different. What has happened is we've been sucked into it from the early days of sitting in front of, that black box by our parents and saying, watch this, dear Jimmy or Susan or whatever your name is. And we've taken it all in. We've been brainwashed. But now we're waking up because there's certain people on the planet now, call them starseeds, indigos, crystal children, and they're waking up. Or the old guard, like me, less of the old, I would say. But the ones who've come and woken up 35 years ago and then still waiting, still working on waking up, still working on one's ascension. For when we realise that we've been programmed, we can disconnect ourselves from the program. We can choose what we watch, who we talk to, who we let into our homes, who we let into our hearts, and who we work for. For in your work, whatever your work is, you have to be happy. You have to be contributing. You have to take something back. You have to give something. Because when we give, we see the true potential of ourselves, of our divineness and our divinity. And when we recognise that divinity within ourselves, and we see that we've been hoodwinked, and we start to wake up, and we see through that illusion that those other grand players have tried to get us to watch their illusion so we can keep being trapped upon the dungeon wall. Once we see that for ourselves, we digest it, we understand it, we become the molecules of it, so we nuke it, every crook and nanny, until we think, right, now I understand it. Then it's time to reach out to other people and say, have you thought about this? If you've not, may I introduce you to a different way of thinking, a different way of seeing the world, a different way of looking at oneself, and a total different way of loving oneself at the same time. Until you realise you have woken up, you are sleepwalking. You're walking around unconscious of being conscious. Think about that. Once you realise that you are the it, that I am, the greatest thing ever, always have been, always will be in your life. Once you start to understand that, you will then take your own power back. And that power then cannot be taken off you, because once you light your own firework, the firework then goes up into the sky and you can see it clearly. That's what you are. You're a traveller through the skies and you are bright. But unfortunately, your powder has been spent here upon Mother Earth by those people who want to keep you in darkness. And what you're doing, because by becoming a firework, you are lighting yourself up, yourself first and foremost, and then you're lighting other people up because they can see you lighting the sky up. And they say, hey, I want some of that. What's that going off there? And are not fireworks nice to look at? And powerful and colourful and make great displays? Well, that's us. We are a human firework, a spiritual firework. And we've got to start exploding onto the world stage and loving and seeing things for what it truly is. We've been manipulated. It's time to take our power back. It's time to say, right, I want dominance over my domain, and I refuse to be hoodwinked. I refuse to be vaccinated. I refuse. I do not condone. Once you start saying that, once you start thinking that, feeling that, acting that, getting the message out in your own corner, then you'll see the tide and it turns. And the critical mass has got to be when people wake up, that we tip the scales of love in our order. We tip the scales of humanity back to being beautiful, loving, living, spiritual energy in a physical form. That's who we are. And we have to wake up sooner or later. This is our time. This is what you've incarnated on this world, on this planet, at this time, in the dimensional form you are now. And you've got to go through the 3, 4, 5th and 6th and 7th to the 8th dimension. You've got to play the dimension game. You've got to play it. See things in a different dimension. You're here, but when you go to sleep, you're in a different dimension. But you come back into the 3rd dimension. So isn't it great that if we can constantly go to sleep and realise what dimension we're in, and bring that knowledge back into the physical being, so we could utilise it and have the benefit during the day to help us along. I dreamt about that last night. Oh, I saw that last night. How did it play out in today's reality, in this morning's reality? How does it play out? Remember, every night you close your eyes and go to sleep, you die. You physically die, basically. Your soul goes out of your body. It goes to the spiritual planes and it's taught. It's shown things. It's inspired. It's motivated. And then you put yourself back in your body before you wake up in the morning. So right at that, before you wake up, you've got all this spiritual energy manifesting within your body. That is the best time, ladies and gentlemen, to meditate. Just pick yourself up, get yourself up on your back bed and meditate. Or get on a chair, like I do, high back chair, and meditate as long as I can. Then I normally go back to bed. Because that energy, you are still in the spiritual sense and energy of home. As though, although you're in a physical body, you've still got the energy lingering. And it's as you go on during the day, that spiritual energy kind of dwindles away. And also, the last thing at night, if you can meditate a little bit before you go to bed, you are preparing the body, the physicalness, and you're preparing the spirit to actually go into the night sleep in a meditative form, so things come easier during the night. Think about this. If it gels with you, try and let me know. Let me know what you think. Remember, we are going up our spiral. We are going up our chakra, the back. We are going the Idol and Pingala, the 2 snakes, the 2 Kundalini snakes. They're rising up your spine, and they've got to come out of the crown lotus here, the 1,000-petal crown lotus. And when you do that, when they rise up the spine, going through every chakra, spinning the chakras in the right way, decluttering them, getting all the crap out of them, making them bright and perfect and light, once they start working up, coming through to the heart, you'll feel more in tune. You'll feel loving about yourself and other people. Into the throat, you want to clear your voice. You want to speak your truth. Sometimes you have to speak your truth, even if people don't like it, because you've got to be true to yourself. And then you bring it up and up into the 3rd eye, up to the oblongata. You clear the oblongata. You clear the pineal gland. You decalcify it. And then you go up to the 1,000-petal lotus. And it's like, hallelujah, you'll be able to see the light. If you're having trouble sitting in meditation, don't worry. Just concentrate on your breathing. Just in and out, slowly. And then all of a sudden you'll forget about your breathing and you'll be off. You may be off thinking about physical things. Just bring yourself back to your breathing. Do this countless times. And I bet after a while you stop doing it because you'll be doing it automatically. And when I stop doing it, you don't realise you're doing it. You're going off and you're bringing yourself back. You think, oh, I should be not looking at that, because that's okay to look at things because you are the observer. Now, as you're observing things, come back and think, okay, I'm observing that. I want to observe myself in peace and quiet. Have that peace and quiet. Recognise that time, because in that time, in that peace, in that quiet, you are all you ever can be at that moment. You're perfect. You're powerful. You've always been perfect and powerful. And at that moment, there's nothing outside of you. It's all inside of you. So that's when you ask your higher self. You ask a question. And if you're lucky, you might get it straight away. Before you even finish asking the question, the answer might come. If it doesn't come, don't worry. by during the day you'll have an answer, or maybe a bit later than that. I know I've asked a few questions recently and it's come in like that, or I've asked questions and it's not come in for 3 or 4 days. That's what I asked, because I wasn't ready to understand it. And remember, there's countless higher selves. There's not just one. We work on multi-dimensional selves, all of us. Okay, well, that was good for a starter, wasn't it? What do you think? Let me know, folks. And I think I've got low battery, so I'll take it off. Yep. Take that off, low battery. I don't want it pinging in my ear hole. So, any questions? Anybody want to come on Skype? Okay, fine. Okay, okay, not any questions there. Okay, fine. So, went cycling over the weekend. Yeah. Corin Delay. Yeah. Right, people, ask your questions. Be nice. And this is one from our Jennifer. She lives in Tasmania, so she can't come in at this time. It's 6 a.m. It's probably 6:30 now. 6:30 in the morning in Tasmania, so she needs a beauty sleep. Don't tell her I said that. Joking, of course. So basically, how do I get rid of that? Yeah, okay, fine. So, okay, fine. That's another one. So, any questions, folks? I feel like you should ask some questions. Very much. We are the ones we'll be waiting for. Exactly. And that Barbara Templexis. That's a nice name. 2 of them there. Definitely. Yeah. No fear, staying positive energy. I want to take it all back. Take what all back. Namaste. Okay, fine. This is just, I'm just putting stuff up here. So, tonight's a bit low key. It's, did you think last week, how did you like Stephanie King? Did you like her? Or was it enjoyable? I thought it was good. It actually gave me a good rest, didn't it? It gave me a good rest, because I didn't have to do anything, which was really good actually. So okay, so okay, Dave just told me, oh, you want to take it back, control? Yes, yes. So take it back. Definitely, we've given control away. We've given control away, and that's what we're doing now, folks. We are taking it all back, and thank you, Julianne. Thank you very much for saying that. I appreciate that. You know, people ask me why I do this, and they say, do you make any money from it? I says no. If people want readings and consultations, they can come through my website, yeah, or contact me on Facebook, because you not only get one person giving you a consultation, you get 12 of them. Yeah, so you're not only like, it's way different, way different. I mean, if you never had a reading of the Counsel 12 or a consultation, you should try one, because, oh my God, they are phenomenal. And you can always come back to polish it up. They don't just leave you one reading like most people do. It's, you're part of their family. You're part of their family. So, I'm just being told that they would like to come through. Jill Shenton, I want to take full control back. Brilliant. Thank you, Jill, for being here. I appreciate that. We are going to have some channeling, ladies and gentlemen. Don't know who it is yet, but they keep telling me that they would like to come through. So, would you like some channeling? Let me know, please. The reason I go quiet is I look. You know, what I find, this is what I find really funny. People call me a wordsmith and thinking, no, a wordsmith is somebody who keeps talking all the time, who Yeah, I understand. My mind's been wiped. As I'm saying this now, I'm losing all faculty of my own sense here. This is what happens. I oh, my brain is scrambling at the moment. It's like I'm trying to. This is someone just said we're clearing out all the roadblocks. We're clearing out all the dead ends, and we are looking for a smooth highway to bring this knowledge through. So it is imperative that the old Dennis leaves the body and allows the spiritual Dennis, with the aspirations that he talked about just earlier, to be present and to be open-minded and have no filters on. For tonight is a dramatic time for the human race. Okay, folks. I've asked them, can I play some music? And they just said, whatever is right for me. So I am going to play a little bit of music, what I normally play here. So, and then change the scene. Just trying to set the scene to be it. Set the scene. As I'm setting the scene, I am just waiting for the connections. Okay. Before we start, beloveds, we ask those that are in the right space to receive, to hear our words within their heart, not their mind, and relax to the voice. Relax to our energy. Let the music carry you to wherever you feel comfortable to hear the words of the collective of one. We have waited for a period of your earthly time to be able to come through again, which we said we would do. And we hope that you will be around to listen to it live and then replay it. We are asking him to open his eyes to have that connection, for it is the connection that we wish to have with you all this evening, beloveds. For we wish for you to know that you're all powerful, have been all powerful, and it's time to bring that power to the fore, to the front, to the realization of you at this moment. You are what you said before, the ones that you've been waiting for. You've gathered here upon Mother Earth from different galaxies, different quadrants, different solar systems and different planets. You are all definitely a mixed bunch, but that mixed bunch is something which is to be proud of. We would call you the licorice all sorts in our human capacity of thinking at this moment. We allowed him to close his eyes again because he can see a better picture. He's not at that state where he can hold 100% concentration with the camera and still be able to see, to hear, to feel, to be part of what we are bringing to him from our extraordinary viewpoint at this moment. We, like yourselves, beloveds, we come from different parts of your galaxy, and we bring different colour of lights again. And tonight we are going to bring the purple light. We're going to bring that purple colour of dramatic awareness, spiritual connection to your home planets. You are here, all of you, on your Mother Earth. We are present with him now, so we, you could say, are here, but a vibration away from him, so we are with you as well, in your Earth atmosphere. But we, the collective of one here, and those that are with us, are not drawn to your time frame. But you are, because you've incarnated on this planet, on this purpose, for the reason of standing in your power and seeing the illusion of all things. It is good that he started with the illusion of all things. In fact, we planted that within his mind to find a picture about the illusion of all things, to read up on this, to look at that, to digest energy, and then once it's digested, you can bring it forth into the public domain and let them have an understanding what we are talking about here. When you get muddled up, and we use it with your words, we won't use highfalutin words that are too hard for him to say and too hard for you to understand at this present time, so we bring it you in meat and potatoes so you can digest. You are forgetting this life is only temporary. You are going through this moment. When you feel yourself cornered, beloveds, think about who you are. Go within. Connect with your heart. Connect with the oneness. Connect with the mother of pearl within your heart. The feminine within your heart. For there is masculine and feminine within your heart. But we ask you connect to the feminine side of your heart first and foremost. For that as the healing. The masculine as the power, the driven will. But at this moment, we're asking you to be more open, to be more loving as yourself. And remember, you are here for a purpose, and that purpose is for you to change the destiny of Mother Earth at this time for the betterment of all people, of all souls that incarnate on your earth. For the souls that have been captured and tormented upon your other earth, we are here also. You will be led out of the darkness, out of the shadows, out of the cities under the ground. You will be led out to the light. There will be what you call healing angels waiting upon you to return to the light. For there is rejoicing here, as we say here, in a vibrational energy a little bit further than our vibrational field. There is rejoicing that the earth is starting to go deep within herself and to bring forth the healing ways and the vibrations of Mother Earth. For what you do to one, beloveds, you do to all. We will speak for Mother Earth at this time. For when you injure Mother Earth with your thoughts and your feelings, you injure yourself. You are lucky to be able to have this experience upon this planet that is in herself going through a change. Your destiny is right for you to come together and to help each other, not to crucify Mother Earth by the rape and the pillage of the natural resources. For if this continues to happen, there will be what you call natural disasters that will tend to right what you may call the manipulation of mankind in the rape and the pillage of Mother Earth. There will be natural disasters which will balance the ecological systems around the planet. However, and we say however powerfully, by your very thoughts, your very feelings about yourself and about those who trespass on your privacy, you can change all this. For it's no good writing and contacting your fellow people who are in tune with you. There is a saying that we would say, it's no good teaching to the converted. You have to get your message out. You have to stand up in a way and do not be scared of putting your head over the pulpit. For some of you are designed to do this and you will be well protected. There are some of you designed to bring forth the information to ones who will stand up and speak your words. And you are working, as he calls it, a hand and a glove in unison with each other. However, we ask you to remember that this life is temporary, but you've signed on for it for a reason, and that reason is to congratulate yourself to become more powerful, to remove the cloak of doomness. And we say that with power, doomness. For when you think you're doomed, you are doomed. We here that manifest now with our partner, we are not doomed. We see the love and the light. We feel the words that we talk through him. And he puts it into pictures. So he paints a picture for you to listen to, so you can paint your own picture. And this will go into the four corners of the world for the ones who wish to understand what we are talking about. There is a reason that we talk like this. That the reason is that we'll bring certain aspects to you for you to digest, and then leave that with you. Then bring another aspect for you to, or for us and him to give light to, for you to understand and digest at your own time. Remember, you are not from this world, you are of this world. You weren't born here, neither were we. We've travelled thousands and millions of miles at this moment to get our message across. Do not belittle yourselves, beloveds. Never ever do that. Stand your corner, look in your earthly mirrors and look at yourself and feel the energy deep within your soul. Let it rage. Like a bull in a china shop is one of your expressions. Let it rage. Let the power come forth from your soul, from your heart, recognizing the trueness of who you are. Now is not the time to be put back on those dungeon walls and tortured. Now is the time to strike forth and to show those who jailed you that now is your time. And watch as they stand away. Watch where their power that was over you is worthless. For when you recognize you in the trueness of your love and light, who you are now, nothing will stop you. Only thing that stop you, beloveds, is yourself. Your fear. And there is no fear. He's asking us, because he senses a lull, he's asking we would like to say that all those people who've passed what you may call with the symptoms of your coronavirus are with us here, safe, at home. And they are somewhat wiping their hands with gleenness, knowing that they have escaped what you may call Mother Earth at this time. There is here so many thousands of parties with loved ones going off across the globe now, reuniting, re-loving, relearning, reacquainting themselves with the spiritual aspects of themselves that they thought they had lost. There is somebody here and he's looking at himself changing from one aspect to another aspect to a higher dimensional light aspect, and he sees now where he is from, and he sees how he has come down and darkened the light so he could get into the physical body and have the manifestation on Mother Earth. But he knows now that he is changed from the physicalness of the body. He's escaped the coil. The spiritual one has moved on and is showing our partner the many aspects of the spiritual awareness and the spiritual light bodies that go on to infinity. He's playing with the energy. So we will leave that with you this evening, for it is evening time where we are manifested with our beloved. You must play with the clay, as one of your enlightened ones says. You must play with your heart. You must never give in. You should always think positive and right. Never doubt yourself. And remember our loved one here, showing you the many aspects of the spiritual bodies. That's who you are. You're not just one aspect. You are countless aspects of the same one. You are the consciousness of one. And so are we. So on that note, beloveds, we will take our leave of you. We will stoke the boilers. We would rev the ship up, and we would depart your earthly shores, only to return forthwith. As always, from the Council of 12, who have invited us here this evening, one for all and all for one. For we are the consciousness of one, and our spokesperson for this time has been the daffodil of human mankind. We are departing. They just said, I may return, so I have returned. Well, folks, sorry about the quietness then as I try to take a drink. Well, let me know what you think. Channeling is always appreciated. Thanks very much. Hi Dennis, I am late joining you. Don't worry, Susan, you came, that's the main thing. So, it's now 10:05. I think I'm going to call it quits, ladies and gentlemen. It's nice to have you here. Please leave some remarks, tell me what you thought. That would be really nice. That would be great, be honest with you. See you next week, next Tuesday, 9 o'clock. And if you're looking for consultation with the Council of 12 or the Collective Conscious of One, you can contact me through thecouncil12.com or on my Facebook page for consultation, readings, channelings, life coaching, anything you want spiritually. They're there to help you And you don't just get one, you get the group, all the group. So thank you very much for being here, and let me know what you think. And please share this with people. I would appreciate this if you shared it, because the more we get, the more we grow the family, the more that we can interact and be loving and caring to each other. So hopefully, from me and my team, I'll see you next week. In the meantime, be happy, be safe, be kind, and be loved to yourself. On that note, I say good night, God bless, and we will play out with this.